Okay, so I first want to shout out to Gypsy New Mama for sharing this. This is where I had originally seen the snippet. She had received this from a different creator or had seen it on a different creator's platform. I'm not going to shout out that creator for personal reasons, but if you want to know who that was, go to her channel, look at her video. It's at the very bottom. I found this to be one of the most disturbing pieces of information that I have seen so far in regards to Gypsy's case, and I'll kind of go over and explain a little bit to you, but this is a snippet from Gypsy in prison writing to Ken. And in this snippet, she is talking to Ken about what they should name their unborn daughter. So a lot of these names are pretty simple, pretty basic, but there is a couple that jump out at you. Aurora and Bella or Belle. Aurora, because that is the area that Gypsy had grew up in Missouri before she had moved to Springfield. It is where she started getting all the foundation awards, particularly for her feeding tube and disorders that she had as being a seemingly sick child. So it's a lot of where the fraud had came from. And then Bella and Belle or Belle is alarming because that was part of her multiple personalities that she had with Nick, in particular as a much younger little girl with a daddy figure. And I'm just going to go into detail about why this is so alarming. I'm going to read something off to you guys. It's a quick Google search. You can find this. Do your own investigations in regards to this. Educate yourself on the matter. But I'm just going to read this, and you decide what you want to decide. So blank sometimes name things after their victims as a way to maintain a psychological connection to their crimes, essentially creating a trophy that allows them to relive the experience, often driven by a desire for power and control over their victims, and sometimes signifying a twisted form of remembrance or ownership over them. Psychological connection. Naming something after a victim can act as a tangible reminder of the crime, allowing to mentally revisit the act and experience a sense of power. In some cases, the naming of objects becomes part of the signature or ritualistic behavior, further reinforcing their identity as a perpetrator. By naming things after victims, they can feel like they have a degree of control over the victim, even after their death. The specific items chosen to be named can have symbolic significance related to the crime or the victim, adding further depth to the psychological connection. This behavior is considered a serious red flag in criminal investigations, as it often indicates a deep psychological disturbance and a potential for further violence.